Set Nades, a technique known by many but executed by few. Today we change the norms once again. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to yet another Set Nades tutorial. If you are new here, I do encourage you to check out my other two Set Nades tutorials on 2CP and Hybrid. Set Nades are far more prominent on those maps and get a lot more value. That being said, knowing nade locations on escort maps is still really important, as retaking can be difficult after losing momentum. So the name of the game today is all about how nades can take momentum. Moving forward into the video though, if you have already watched my other videos and are familiar with their format, proceed to the Dorado chapter in the description and start learning. If you are new, I have to explain a few systems to catch you up on what you have missed. First off, I want to lead you to the roadmap that I have in the channel description. If you need help guiding your study process, I have listed the start of every map down below. The format will start with the spawn nade if the map allows for one. Then first attack, first defense, second attack, second defense, you get the gist. If I don't cover a section of a map, it is because I didn't find any nades that I felt were useful in that area. I will also give you the seconds I count for each of these nades on release. This means as soon as you press the button to throw your grenade, you start counting down. The code I use, which will also be in the description, does give you the time the nades take to land, as seen in the top left of your screen, but I feel like it is a second too early, so take that into account when you practice. Secondly, the star system. Throughout the video, I will have a system based upon how critical the nade is for you to learn. 3-star nades are very impactful and are ones that you should absolutely know, as they will carry games. 2-star nades are nades that will be very nice to know, as they can either serve as a catalyst to your ultimate generation rate or give your team an advantage on the engagement. In other words, they are very strong nades that you should know, but aren't going to straight up win you team fights. Rather, they will serve as a more consistent advantage. 1-star nades are nades that are nice to know, but can be situational at times. That being said, they are still important to learn. In my opinion, all of the nades I show in this series are practical, just some more than others. If you do have questions for why I rated nades, I encourage you to join our Discord community of a ton of players, ranging all over the path to pro, to not only ask me questions, but meet like-minded players and get better acclimated into the scene. Lastly, I have also developed the heat system. This did get inspiration from Hades, as I do love to play that game in my off time. That being said, the system will work similarly to the star system. However, it will represent difficulty rather than how relevant the nade is, 1 being the easiest and 3 being the hardest. Now that that's out of the way, let's start with Dorado. To kick off the escort maps, let's start off with Dorado. First, force yourself into the corner of the stairs and look into the sky. Then ADS and find the flickering star. After that, put the star in the bottom right circle of the scope and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land, so throw when the clock hits 6 seconds to guarantee some free ult charge. Moving on to our next nade, start your offense by walking out of your right spawn. Then walk into the corner provided to the left. Then ADS so that the left square in the scope lines up perfectly with the corners you see here, and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. For this next nade, start by forcing yourself into the corner provided by this bench. Then, aim up in the sky until you locate the specific star you see to the left of the very visible star, and line this up with the bottom right circle of your scope and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. The next nade first requires you to wedge yourself into the corner provided by the fire hydrant. Then ADS up until you get the bottom right circle of your scope to highlight the second star up into the left of the more defined star. After that, move your scope to the left until you find this distance from the star you were just at, then throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. Moving on to second point, start by forcing yourself into the corner provided right here. Then, aim at the scaffolding above the second gray platform. Then aim your scope in a way that the bottom right circle is tangent with the edge of the top of the scaffolding to the left of the original scaffolding you aimed at, and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. Start by forcing yourself into the corner while crouching. It is important you do this nade while crouching so that you can't be seen by your enemies. Then, aim while crouching in the sky until the star fills up the bottom right circle as seen here, and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. To finish off Dorado, force yourself into the corner provided by the fire hydrant. Then, aim into the sky so that the big star is halfway between the bottom right oval of your scope, and throw. This nade takes 6 seconds to land. Starting off with Havana, force yourself into the corner here. Aim at the left side of the first window and go up. Then, aim the bottom right blue line in a way that is tangent halfway with the scaffolding's corner and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land, so throw when the clock reaches 6 seconds to hit your enemies as they walk out of spawn. For this nade, walk into the corner provided by the left side of the bench. Then, aim at the gray scaffolding second to the left and go straight up. While in ADS, aim the bottom left circle of your scope in a way that outlines the bottom right corner of the first gray scaffolding and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. The next nade requires you to clear some angles before you wedge yourself into the fire hydrant next to the light pole. Then aim at the lamp and drag down. Quickly ADS and make the faint blue line land right in between the lamp's rough edge here and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land and is useful for retaking first point. This nade is strong for putting matters in your own hands. Start by jumping into the corner provided here and aim up. After this, ADS and find a spot where the faint outline of the scope creates a small right triangle and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land, but if you peek and shoot at the same time as the nade splashes, you will likely take the widow that is probably in this spot by surprise and find a pick. For the last nade, start by forcing yourself into the corner provided by this plant. Then ADS so that the left yellow shape of the scope connects with the brown corner seen here and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land and will win you games, as Havana third point is possibly the hardest to capture in the game. To start off Junkertown, force yourself into this corner and aim up into the sky. Then ADS so that the bottom left yellow chunk's corner connects with the pipe right before it makes its sharp turn. This nade takes 6 seconds to land, so throw when the clock hits around 4 to 5 seconds so it hits their team as they walk out of spawn. For the next nade, wedge yourself into the corner to the right of the gray canister. Then ADS and aim so that the faint blue line to the left of your scope connects with the bottom left corner of the vent. After this, strafe back and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. The next nade requires you to force yourself into the corner provided at the top of the stairs. Then aim at the cheese-looking horn and aim at the bottom right of the dark edge. Strafe out and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. The last nade requires you to force yourself into the corner you see here and aim up at the antenna. Then ADS in a way that the faint blue line on the right side of the scope is just below the bottom jut of the antenna and throw. This nade takes 6 to 7 seconds to land. No spawn nade for Rialto, so let's instead start by forcing yourself into the corner provided by walking out right of the spawn. Then ADS on the gray line provided by the scaffolding about halfway down, strafe to the right, and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. Force yourself into the corner of this box for this nade, and then aim your reticle to make 2 triangles with the lamp and the scaffolding and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. For this nade, wedge yourself into the corner of the stairs to the right of second point. Then ADS so that the right square of the scope creates the shape you see here. The bottom right outline of the scope will also line up with the wall. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. This nade isn't a set nade per se, but is still a nifty nade to know. Just stand at the last yellow wall segment, aim at the corner of the roof, and throw. This will hit enemies waiting to engage at the stairs. The last nade for Rialto requires you to force yourself into the corner you see here and aim up at the wall provided by the red building. Then ADS so that the triangle is tangent with the window's ledge exactly halfway through its length and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. For the spawn nade of Route 66, start by aligning yourself into the corner the gas station provides here. Then aim at the sunny side of the rock formation and aim straight up until the bottom left of the triangle that indicates your fire level touches the rock formation on the left and throw. This grenade takes 7 seconds to land, so throw out 6 seconds on the clock to hit your enemy. This nade is a step-by-step process. Force yourself into this corner provided by the demolished train. Then, turn around and look at the Stonehenge rock's corner. Go up until the left part of the scope's triangle outlines the rock's edge. Then, aim up until the bottom left blue edge of your scope grazes the top of the Stonehenge rock. Go up a little further into the sky and throw. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. The last nade for this map requires you to force yourself into the corner with the plant here. Then line up the arrow with the corner of the rocks seen here and throw. This still should work even if your ultimate is not charged. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. To start off Gibraltar, start by lodging yourself into the corner seen here. Yes, there is a forced corner, you just have to find it. Then aim just above the light rock and throw when your reticle fills up the space and the door horizontally. Moving forward to the next nade, start by forcing yourself in the corner of the box seen here. Then aim the bottom triangle of your scope so that it is just below the orange outline of the box. Jump and throw. Precision is important with this nade. It also takes 7 seconds to land. Start by lining yourself up with the corner next to pipe. Then ADS and aim at the middle of the pipe so that the left yellowish outline of your scope perfectly outlines the left wall that juts out. Then strafe back and jump while throwing. This nade takes 7 seconds to land. If you did make it to the end of the video, thank you so much. While this video may not have taken nearly as long as my last video, it still took a lot of hard work from not only myself, but the community as a whole. So thank you. That being said, be sure to like and subscribe for future videos. I also urge you to join our Discord of nearly 350 members to meet with like-minded individuals and get notifications for bonus content in the future. So thank you so much again for watching, but until next time guys, I've got a peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one.